What is going on? Hello, hello. Welcome to Meet the Shoe. I am Sade,
I'm Nina.
and today we're going to talk about Keith
Restaurant reviews.
restaurant reviews, which is a good thing. I mean, this boy hypes up a restaurant, and they get a lot of customers once he after he has
Yeah,
done a review with them. And his name is Keith Lee. How many
yeah.
viewers? Yeah, he has
14.5
14
million.
million followers. 14.
Yeah,
I mean, that is a large number. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
So his opinion really matters.
It does.
And the thing, what I do like about this black man, he used to be martial arts, I believe, like wrestler.
Instruct, yeah.
And he had went through a down spiral to where he couldn't do that anymore, right?
Right.
And in the midst of like the pandemic and his financial situation going down, he came up with this theory to hustle, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the hustle was to go around and give every single restaurant that he ever ate at reviews, right?
Right.
He didn't know that it was going to turn out the way that it did, but it did because of the way he does his videos, right?
Yes. Yeah. He
And
does
all
it
those
very good.
facial expressions that he makes, right?
It kills me when the camera hits the eyeball real close. I'm like, oh my God, here you go. But so he went to Atlanta and reviewed a bunch of restaurants.
Yeah,
Milk and Honey,
yeah.
uh,
There's two different ones of the
Lady
milk and
Gang.
honey.
Oh, is it? And then
Yeah,
Lady Gang, what's her
yeah.
name?
Old lady gang.
Old
Yeah.
Lady Gang restaurant. So everybody's mad about something because he told the truth. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
He said customer service kind of sucks in Atlanta
Right.
a majority of the time because you can't call in the order, or if you call in the order, it's just so confusing. I don't
Right.
know. I forgot. Last time we ate there, I can't remember. I think
You
the
have
customer
to.
service was
Well,
so easy in the order.
when we went to Old Lady Gang, they were very kind, right? And
Mhm.
we did wait maybe 45 minutes in our car.
Right.
They did call us. We did get in. They did from the jump, and this was like pandemic. It got us in. The food was good,
Yeah, it
and
was.
the service was okay. You know,
Right.
they're always packed
Always.
be-
That's the thing.
because of the show. They're
It was really packed, and I can understand them being certain ways you take orders. You know, everybody
right,
has to be seated. Everybody in your
right,
party has to be seated.
right,
Order. Everybody order at one time. You know what I'm saying?
right,
So it won't be confusing for the waitress. You know. So
right.
what did he say about the other restaurant?
No, wait, I have to say that what I did like about the milk and honey, right? There's two different milk and honey ones. It's like a Jamaican and then there's another one, right?
Okay.
So everybody was going on the wrong milk and honey website and saying things, right?
Oh
When
no.
they went on there, they found out that Keithy Lee and his family was there. They begged him to come in. They
Mm-hmm.
begged him to do a review. He
Yeah.
said the only way that I would do a review, now this is the real gangster right here. He said the only way that I'll do a review is if the two women that are sitting in their car, there's two people sitting in the car over here and there's a
Yes.
woman sitting in the car over there. If you let them get their takeout order before me and the table you was gonna get, no, this was called Toast. This was the restaurant Toast, excuse me.
Oh,
Toast was
toast.
that restaurant, what they made it to, right? They end up eating there. Toast, but they took it to go. They said they will not take nobody's seat from the
Yeah,
inside
that was nice.
because he's a celebrity. I so love that. He
Mhm.
said, give them people that was before me, give them their food. And then I'll take your food, he said, which was really good, by the way, and I'll
Mhm.
do a review. He said he didn't get a chance to take no pictures or nothing, but because he was hungry.
Right. Okay. He was
So he
on
said that they're good. So that's a good place we got to go to when we get down there, right?
toast. Right.
Toast, right? Then he said the milk and honey ones. Now, what ended up happening is after they got back from Six Flags had food, they said, but they didn't want that. They
Right.
wanted the Atlanta feel, the Atlanta, feel, southern feel of the food. So
Mhm.
they said they contacted Milk and Honey. There was a lady, She cried and cried and cried. And she showed her line. It was after 8 o'clock at night that the line was wrapped around the corner. She said, that's never happened. So
Wow.
the influence of what this man of a person that has a huge platform is really big. And him, by him just even being a black man and everyone respecting what he is and what he does, like he said, he'll let it all go away today.
Yeah.
Because he is human just like everybody else. He ain't better than nobody else. He ain't getting in no line, getting in front of nobody. None of that. He waiting like everybody else. I love that. Respect
I love that. Yes.
Yeah.
He's the bomb on that one. But he knows good food because he knows good food.
Yeah. And he also went to this restaurant, to this dude's food truck that been begging him to come to his food truck, right? The dude said that he had never get no customers, no nothing. So he's in the back of an alley doing the same thing, right? With this guy. He went on live. From the live that he did with the dude that never gets no business, the viewers gave him a total of $300 from the live, like with the badges and the, like you could send gifts, $1 or whatever, right? He gave them all the money. Then a company gave this guy that he went, that Keithy Lee went to do the live with, $40,000.
Wow.
So it just shows like people's gratitude is still there in the world.
Yes,
It's still real people out here that's willing to help for your business. You just have to put yourself out there, right?
Yes.
And he helped that man tremendously. So that was like the highlight of his vacation, that he was able to help somebody that never got business. That was that Jamaican spot with the milk and honey, whatever, right? That was that spot that she said she never really get that much business because she actually was closing and she didn't even know that it was him. Wow. They just called from Six Flags like, yo, can we get some food? And she was like, yeah, just take your time. We'll still be open. Just come. We want you to come enjoy the food. Boom. She got there and he said he waited 10 minutes. He let his family get in there and sit down. And then the people still didn't know it was him. And then when he walked in the door, they were screaming, hollering, we've been sending you messages for years. We've been trying to get you here. Like they didn't know. And they didn't know that they was being showing gratitude to total strangers because they didn't know these people.
Right.
So his mother-in-law and his wife and kids, they didn't know that.
It shows that they're genuine business owners. You know what I'm saying? When you have a heart of gold, you want to serve your community in the best way, Yes. So somebody just tapped in and said something. Hello, sorry.
They want to do some business with us.
Hey, how you doing? Okay. We will.
Okay. We'll send you an inbox.
Yes, we sure will.
But so what did you find out from as far as like the point system? How did you get? We're switching gears, y'all, going into the federal criminal justice system as far as points and people's levels of getting less time, or
I think it's going to be less time, but it's just something it's very vague, but they were saying they're going to be releasing a lot of
federal inmates,
a lot of federal
for non-violent crimes.
Yes.
Okay.
So that'd be drug charges, shoplifting, or some
fraud, credit card scamming.
Yes.
Anybody that did a crime that didn't bust nobody over the head, you didn't point a gun, you didn't kick them, scratch them, bite them, run them over.
Right. You're gonna get out. They're gonna get out early, and I think it's sooner than later. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
The prison system is very swollen. It's a lot of inmates, and it's mainly a lot of Black and brown males and females in the prison system, and they kind of realizing, but they need to keep on realizing, catching up more that you're locking up people, and it's mass incarceration is crazy. So, they're gonna try and get people out of that.
Okay, but still, so
And
see.
I'm thinking if they're doing that in the federal level first, maybe
Mhm,
change it. I don't know if they're gonna change the point system or the severity level or whatever, the guidelines, you know what I'm saying,
right.
mandatory guidelines.
Hmm.
I'm thinking they'll dwindle down to the state as well. You know what I'm saying? You would think because
Hmm.
some of the guidelines in the state, far as the severity level for, say, a first degree controlled substance of any kind of drug, is like an 8 or 9.
Okay.
Before in the 80s, early 90s, before they changed over the sentencing guideline, like 92, 90 or so, it was like for a first degree, it was a severity level, half that, maybe a 5. You know what I mean? So that you didn't get a lot of time. So by them having a person with a first degree controlled substance with a severity level 8, 9, you know what I'm saying? And the points carry on, the 0 points is 80 some months. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So for a first time offender, which is
Right.
crazy. It's too much. It's a lot of time for, I feel that people that have drug charges or drug crimes like of that first degrees in the state level should have a chance to do some kind of community service or something to give back to the community, so they will understand that they did do something that's punishable, but kind of get back into the community and right their wrongs. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Everybody don't deserve to be going to prison, not at all. Especially if it doesn't commit, it's not violent, any violence with it. And how can we say what's violence with it? Because some drug charges may have a gun in their possession, in which
Mhm.
it's different levels. You know what I'm saying? Because some of them they say it's violent if they have a gun or if they shot a gun, that'll be violent. But if they had a gun in their possession, that wouldn't be a violent crime.
Mhm. Okay, well, I know as far as federal, anytime that you do anything federal and they
Hey, Charlene.
present it as a violent, right? Say you have association, right? The guilt with
Mm-hmm.
association goes really far in a federal system.
Mm-hmm.
If I have a boyfriend that was in a gang
Right.
and I was picked up and I got caught with some drugs, right? Um, I just got caught with the drugs. I didn't do anything but get caught with the drugs. But by
Right.
me being associated, these are ways that they used to convict us, people of color faster, was
Mm-hmm.
by adding just a simple word, you know, as
Yeah.
one gang
The bird.
association. Her boyfriend is in a gang.
Yeah.
She's connected to the such and such gang.
Mm-hmm.
She has affiliates of the such and such gang. That's what
Right.
happened in my situation,
Yeah.
where they said that I was connected to Crip gang, right?
Right.
And by being of any association, now, I'm not no Crip, right?
Right.
But being of an association of it, right?
Friends that
And
you are.
having people in my circle that
Okay.
are,
They
right, they will connect me into saying so. I mean, I don't have any tattoos or nothing
nothing
that
like
represents
that.
that me of any gang, but
So.
if if you have association with it, that in any instance, of color people, black or brown, if they get any whiff of that, it would up your sentence, it could up your charge.
Wow.
So I think that those are the things that they're starting to eliminate, because there's not enough uh nonviolent people, to me, that in the world that can fit the description of the jobs that they ask for. They're
Mm-hmm.
even now starting to allow people that don't have a degree to work in different parts of the police department,
Mm-hmm.
the county, especially when it comes to the court and record system, because they need someone who has relevant knowledge. Like somebody
Right.
working, writing, reading a book,
Right.
they might think that I know how psychology, I know how the mind works and how a criminal thinks. Well, did you commit some crimes that we don't
Right.
know about?
You really
Because
have
you
to
really,
live
they
that.
really don't know it until they've actually experienced it,
Right.
right?
You have to live that. Be able
Yeah.
you know what you're talking. Just like someone going to have a baby and your the nurse or the child protection or whoever saying, "Oh, you should do this with your child. This, that." Do you have any kids? No. So how you gonna tell me what to do with my kids? You don't even have children. You don't even know how to raise a child, but you're reading a book? No.
Right, right.
You have to live the experience and learn from the mistakes and the failures and all that stuff to be able to say, "Hey, this is what I've done, and I can show you the way."
Right.
So you're saying those gang affiliations enhances all crimes pretty much. It can be a barrier for some people to get out early if they have the enhanced that gang activity with drugs or something like that. And
Any affiliation with any violence, like if it was stated in your situation where you were attempting to or you were associated with, those key words is an argument to eliminate time or bring the time down, because if there's no connection to where you actually committed a crime associated with violence, why are you even putting that in the description of the charge?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So those are the type of things that a lot of people are fighting to get put out, because I can give you a scenario of a situation that I know someone was in, was charged for a murder for hire. Just from conversation and being of association of, they end up getting out. They end up getting like 6 years off their sentence to where they only did 2, right?
Okay.
And then the other person got it off all the way. They fought they because they fought it because of term of how it was written. You're saying because I was affiliated with someone that was in conversation of maybe attempting to do or just casually talking. Yeah, I'm gonna kill that, or I'm gonna hurt that,
and I'm
gonna do.
Hearing it, they trying to say we association of that.
With them hearing people in a group or in a conversation discussing what they're saying that they're gonna do.
Right.
And then someone else being charging somebody else just because they were included in that group, maybe at the time that they got caught.
Right.
They was included in the group. They just charge everybody, just put it all on everybody.
Which
right?
is wrong. Which is wrong.
Yeah. I mean, and they've been getting away with doing so. And so
but you know what, they've been getting away with doing that with drugs as well too, especially the phone calls and the recording saying, okay, this person controls substance, they're going to buy some drugs from this person, but they have so and so in that area as well. So it's 3 people. So he goes back and buy, although he's getting a hand to hand with one person. But he mentions, oh, Tom is in there and John was there too. And Tom and John gets in trouble too. That's bull crap.
Right. Yeah, that's the thing. They have they're getting called on it now, right? And like I said, there's so many reasons why there's so many people incarcerated for just stupid stuff. And they've been getting away with it for so long, just from the technical quality of words, right? Association of people, but you're being pulled in because you were associated to these people or to that person, and they were having this discussion that didn't have nothing to do with you, but you were involved because at the time
they were
of them being picked up, you were with them.
Yeah.
Because they had for a long time, they had it's always been an argument to where, say you get in a car with somebody and they had dope in the front seat, up under the front seat, you in the back seat. Right. You in the back seat and this ain't even your car, but you go to jail. You fighting the case because of dope was in the front seat of in the front passenger seat of that person, and I'm just in the back seat riding. I don't own no car, no none of that. It don't got nothing to do with me. Boom. you get
What's
me
funny?
pulled in your stuff.
Yes, and that is kind of funny, a touchy situation, because like you get out on ISR boot camp
Mhm.
status, and they tell you don't be around nobody that's committing a crime. Okay, I understand that, but I catch a ride from somebody to get home. This person get pulled over with drugs in the car, paraphernalia, and y'all say I'm at fault. I don't know what this person got. I'm not a psychic. You know what I'm saying? I'm just catching a ride to get home, so you won't. You know what I'm saying? Worry about where I'm at and being accountable. But
There's
it's
a lot of
a lot
people.
of people like that, and I'm going
There's
back to
a
prison because of that.
I was just saying that's true. There's a lot of people that are in prison right now and jail because of the guilt of association, of
Mm-hmm.
being in a car, of being in a house, of
Mm-hmm.
just even being in the area of
Yeah.
somebody having the wrong thing, a pistol
Mm-hmm.
or drugs, right? I
Yeah.
mean, just anything. And now even with this, it's getting even bigger, even with the fentanyl situation. I
Mm-hmm.
feel that they're trying to change a lot of things because people don't really get caught with cocaine anymore. They get caught with fentanyl.
Yeah.
Fentanyl is a new thing now. And by fentanyl being, uh, I can't even say a user of, Caucasian people, everybody's using it.
Everybody's on
Everybody using it
fentanyl.
and dying from it,
Yeah,
right?
they are. Yeah.
And it's not even the fit. It's all the fake pills,
Fake
and they're putting
pills.
the fentanyl on weed. They're putting the fentanyl on cocaine. They put why are
And
you putting a big old dose of? Why I just don't understand that. You putting cocaine, fentanyl on cocaine, and then there's just taking the fentanyl just stops your heart. Like you want
right.
to stop your heart. I know you want to get high, but you want to stop your heart too. Just one pop
Yeah.
could kill you. You know?
That stuff is coming from God knows where, and a lot of people don't know what they're selling. Number one, nowadays
No.
they don't know what they're selling. You know,
Mm.
um, and whoever supplying it, they're doing it to stretch it.
Yeah, they are. And so there's an expungement going through now. So
Yes,
here's what's going on with the state of
it's called
Minnesota that
called the
um
Clean Slate Act.
Clean Slate Act, and it says it automatically expunges low level crimes starting in 2025. They passed this yesterday, right?
Okay.
It's called, yeah, the Clean Slate Act, and it states that Keith Ellison explained that the expungement program in 2020 has struck by a 60-year-old woman who wanted to become a nanny.
Yeah, and she couldn't get the job.
So, well, okay, so in life, we know, human beings know, grandma got it.
Right.
Grandma got it, right?
Mhm. Okay.
Grandma is the best
Hmm.
provider, right?
Yeah.
Even the mean grandmas, right?
Yeah. Okay. Hmm.
They're the best providers. When it comes to taking care of children, they're very well experienced, all that.
Hmm.
So they had to make a loophole for her. She got the job,
She
right?
did get the job. Okay.
Eventually, after fighting. But this is why they're doing this, because they don't have the people, like even with the home health care situation, right?
Don't have
They
enough.
don't have the people. It could be a cousin or everybody. It could be family member that need help, right? Because it's a shortage on like nursing homes
Yes,
and
it is.
senior citizen facilities and things like that. If your family can take care of you, like back in the day, that's all it was anyway. You weren't going to no nursing
Exactly.
home anyway. This is
Right.
just the way the government just started making money off of them, right?
Mhm.
But if somebody in your family is you to repeat, rinse and repeat, taking care of who the elder person is, right?
Mhm.
And so that's probably how come they had to come up with this situation, because because she did something when she was younger, she can't
When
be
she
a
was
nanny.
younger, it was so long ago. And that is one prime example. That is the problem. They hold you accountable to you in the grave about a felony that you done had when you were in your 20s and 30s, and here you are 60 years old, changed, doing the working, doing the right thing, and then boom, I can't get housing because this felony that came up from God knows how long. I can't get a job. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes
they even saying
school programs. If you want to go back to college and get in some school program, you can't do it because you have that felony in your background.
Yeah, that's true. But there's always ways to get around things.
Yeah.
There was always ways to get around things because, we were in trouble. We got in trouble and we fought and sent a letter and do all that and got right in there, right? But some people don't know that a lot of people don't know that they could do that.
No, a lot of people don't have that option to file paperwork and kind of say, okay, I don't believe in what you're doing to me. Let's just start the proceedings. You know what I'm saying? Right. They don't know how to do that. Their rights. Some people don't know their rights after spending time in prison or doing time.
Because I actually know someone that right now is a registered nurse and has been to federal prison before.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
So you can't say what somebody, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I know a couple of attorneys.
Oh yeah. Attorneys, because they have learned the system. Right. In fact, a large percentage of attorneys in Minnesota have been to prison, and they're some of the top ranked attorneys in Minnesota. You know what I'm saying? So just like we said, living by experience, that make you a little bit ahead of everybody else and, more knowledgeable than others. But yeah, I mean, you just have to take the time out to read. Just like, can I get a passport? Can I get a passport? Go read.
Yeah.
Go get you a passport before they change everything, before they get notice of changing the rules and laws of it.
Right.
Go get a passport. Try it. Let them deny you before, you know what I'm saying? Let them deny you if you feel, go fill out the paperwork. That's all I can say.
Right.
Because they don't
the crimes for eligibility of automatic expungement is 5th-degree drug possession or sale, theft, receiving stolen property, and damage to property. Now look at damage to property, it'd be a little violent.
Exactly, yeah. But the thing is low level. 5th degree, that's so low. Let me tell you, the 5th degree is like having a lead pencil of crack on you or heroin. It's so small.
Or one pill, maybe one pill of fentanyl or something.
Yeah. You crush that and you blow it in the wind, it's gone. That's very low level. Come on now, y'all. Bump that up to the 3rd degree at least. Or the 8 ball.
I'm pretty sure even with the 3rd degree, they can argue it. You know what I'm saying? They're just saying that if you ain't really harmed nobody, what's the point? And they to create these things called felonies, right? I understand laws have to be in place and people have to abide by rules in order for everybody to get in line and to be in line. Otherwise, the world would be way more chaotic than it is. Understood.
Yeah.
But for a person to work so hard to make sure that they're walking the plank, you know what I'm saying? I mean, after 5 years, after 10 years, and then you still want to hold against them some stuff that they did 20 years ago?
Yes.
Even if something, because we're no judger, right? Nobody can judge. Even something as far as murder. Now, there should be stipulations of, oh, hey, you can't work anywhere where it's going to give you triggers. I could get that, right? Mm-hmm. But if you have proven that you have changed yourself, I don't understand why you can't get the second chance of it. So maybe, they're getting a little, soft on it and taking a look at, all this rent, as high as rent is around here. They need to change that back to what it used to be.
Okay. Take it back.
Because anytime that you are working until you die to pay a roof for a roof to go over your head and the car to get to the job that you paying for all of this for, and you don't have no money left after that.
Yeah.
A person want to do some wrong things to get by.
They will. Yeah, they'll push you. They'll push you to the limit, baby.
Right.
But yes, everyone, you'll be able to get an automatic expungement. But if you need to get an expungement, there's a lot of expungement clinics you can go to and try and find somebody to help you walk you through the
paperwork part of it.
part of it, because
Yeah.
I know first degrees have to go through the preliminary of expungement and going through the courts. There's no
And give me a description. Give them a description of what that's like. Like, what do they have to do? Right, letters to the victims. Take some classes. What is it?
Well, you'll take a class, and then you'll just go get your BC. They talk to you about going to get your records from the BCA, which is what, $8. Get they'll give you the full description for the state of Minnesota. If you had crimes other places, you had to go to all those different BCAs in each state.
Wow.
Yeah, and then sit down with a law librarian, or some universities have access where you can talk to somebody to do it for the expungement for you too. But first degrees have to go through the court system, and it takes up to 60 days before getting to a court, or 30 days. It depends on how
full the court
is the court, and what judge, if the old judge that was there that sentenced you, if they're still, but it's doable. I'm just waiting in the process, so I'll be able to explain it more. But
once it
happens, yeah. But everything else, well, I think it's easier. They can go through the court, the administrator, and get it dropped.
Okay.
My very old ones, so that's a good thing.
Good process.
Present myself in court, so I wanted to go up there and talk. With the first degrees, you got to go up there and talk your life through and see how you changed.
You got to plead your case one last time.
Yep, I know, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
I had to the whole court say why I deserved for it to be off, and the effects of what is done for me and to me, and how I couldn't do nothing or get nothing, and how something as simple as getting an Airbnb, I couldn't do that. I had to explain to the Airbnb people, like, what is that? This is petty.
Right.
Like me and my kid trying to get out of town and go somewhere and stay somewhere. We can't get the Airbnb because you got this stain on my name. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sitting here trying to appeal to them. And it's like, come on, this is simple. This is simple. Like, you really doing this? And I ain't killed nobody and ran nobody over and hurt pinch nobody, nothing. And this is what you want to do? So, I mean, yeah. And so when I said all that, though, they probably was giggling because I couldn't see that we was on a Zoom.
Oh, okay.
We did the court on a Zoom, and I seen only just the judge, and everybody else, the court reporter and everybody else that was there, was 5 other people. You would see their name, but I couldn't see their face.
Yeah.
So I said, and so the judge said, does anybody have anything to say to Miss Omer? And nobody said nothing. She was like, okay, well, we'll let you know. You'll know within the next 2 weeks, which was a week. It was not 2 weeks.
Okay.
And if you're granted expungement, and child, it came so fast. I was jumping up and down and screaming. And I checked, and I went and double backed, and I checked. And I went down there, and it said, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. You got a little driving ticket. And that's it.
Okay. Amen. That's good. Okay, I know, right? That's a good thing. Oh my gosh.
So it could happen. I mean, it's not that big of a process. So if anybody's complaining about it, they being lazy. That's what I'm saying.
Right. Yeah. They don't want, what? A lot of people don't want those worms coming, them skeletons coming out the closet. That's what a lot of people don't want to do expungements, because they like, or won't even want to help them do it because they got a lot of other stuff going on and don't want to talk about it.
Definitely. Yeah.
So thank you guys for tuning in to Meet the Shu podcast. Please support our sponsors. It's right below. So we see you guys next week.